but he's gonna give you 3 or 4 solid records, man. But the album itself is never good. Dude can sing. Dude is amazing.
So are you
He made
saying? So are you saying this? So the Coming Home album doesn't have? It's not a good album, is what you're saying?
this album. This album was actually pretty bad to me. Like, God,
Y'all just
it's
over
got.
here. Now y'all got over here and chose violence today. What Steal Your Girl? Is he the one that actually goes by that, or was that Trey Songz? Who is it now?
That was Trey Songz. Trey Songz.
Okay. Because he been stealing everybody, girl, it seemed like.
Bro.
Anyways, man, Coming Home, that dropped the Friday before Super Bowl Sunday. This album, man, it was quite lengthy. It had about 20 records, which I really wasn't expecting from an R&B album. But it's been years since we got, another album from him, so it was probably appropriate that he came with a lot of music. But yeah, it looked like it had 20 records on it. He got features on here from Her, The Dream, Summer Walker, 21 Savage, Burna Boy, to name a few. And my immediate takeaway was like the first half was pretty feature heavy. It was just like he was just chasing bops. So it was a few records on there I liked, definitely the good record. But it was kind of all over the place. It wasn't really a cohesive sound that I feel like this album really had. It was dance records. It was records where he was talking about his side pieces and things of that. But I felt like the further you got to the end of the record, when he was kind of carrying records on his own, that's when it kind of got to some of the goodness of the album. But one thing I noticed for sure though is you can tell Doc Usher getting old, Doc, because some of the lyricism was mad cheesy. Like Chris Brown, he be having some cheesy lyrics, but he still got a way of singing things in a manner that you don't even care what the lyricism is. Usher, he ain't able to kind of pull that the way that Chris does it still. But overall, I thought it was a good effort. I think it's still underwhelming being that it's been so long since the last project we got from him. Because I'm on tape with saying, like, what's the last great album that we've gotten from him? And it's probably been over a decade. You know what I mean? Like, that's pretty lengthy from saying somebody that's the king of R&B. Probably not my king of R&B for sure. But if you own that title, I feel like you got to deliver consistently. So, you know what I mean? I give it a good effort. And yeah, man, that's kind of my 2 cents with it.
Go ahead, Kyle. I already see you burning over there. Go ahead.
All right, so let's be clear before I get started. I might be on my Kenny. I am a fan of Usher. Usher to me is he is, if not my R&B GOAT. Like, he is a person growing up. I hate it. Like, I hated the dude. He just looked weird to me. He was soft. I grew up gangster rap. You know what I mean? So this dude coming all soft and singy and all that, and that stuff was so, I thought he was the weakest dude smoking, dog. As I got older, got grown, had throwing events and parties and slow dancing and doing my thing. I'm like, hey, he made good female love music, and so I became a fan. But here's the thing I have consistently noticed about Usher. Usher, he has one caveat, which was the Confession album. Outside of that, Usher don't put together good albums, bro. Hey, I'm gonna say it again. Since you bombed it, I'm gonna say it again. He's giving you one solid, cohesive, amazing, classic album. That's it. However, he is going to give you 3, maybe 4 unbelievable singles. Unbelievable singles. He's going to give you 3 to 4 singles that you're going to be able to listen to for 20 years. They are still playing My Way, which probably came out. That mug will still get mixed into an R&B set today.
Oh, yeah, for sure. That's one of the
Yeah, yeah, forever. They are still playing. Uh, 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 there go my babe. There go my babe. They still playing that to this day, bro. Bro, Usher gives you. I ain't even finna say yeah. Yeah is the biggest R&B club record to ever exist. No questions asked. No argument. I wish you would. Yeah. They sold more albums, singles, all the things, bro. Yeah, crazy. But he's gonna give you 3 or 4 solid records, man. But the album itself is never good. Dude can sing. Dude is amazing.
So are you
He made
saying? So are you saying this? So the Coming Home album doesn't have? It's not a good album, is what you're saying?
this album. This album was actually pretty bad to me. Like,
Y'all just over here. Now y'all got on here and chose violence today. One cat killing Kanye, the other cat killing Usher, killing legends, dog.
Big upper Usher. I'm telling everybody you need to go see his concert. All the things except for his little breakdown with the stripper thing that wasn't cool, but everything else was dope about his concert,
Right,
bro. But this didn't surprise me because I know what I get from Usher. I go to Usher and I'm looking for 3 to 4 classic songs. I'm not looking for a cohesive album. The problem is he didn't give us 3 or 4 on this album. He gave us 1, maybe 2. That's the problem. 1, maybe 2. You got good, and then you really got the song with him and her. Like that's really it. The song Bop could be a hit. It could be a dope song, but it's not no song you're gonna play for 20 years. It's not gonna be one of those. Right? And so I feel like his miss was, bro, you could have capitalized on your Vegas residency off the Super Bowl. Bro, who is in there? He need L.A. Reid back. That's all I kept thinking. L.A. Reid's gonna find her 4 hits. I just found out the other day he didn't want to do Yeah. L.A. Reid had to cuss him out to get him to do Yeah. Usher is not good when he is running and being the creative director of his own music. Because I think sometimes it's just like Jordan.
these
Jordan's
cats
not
talking like they in these cats' camps, boy.
Yeah, Usher's not a good. Jordan is not a good owner. He's not a good coach. Sometimes you need to let other people do what's best for you. So anyway, man, I'm gonna let somebody else talk. But
What you got, Kenny? I don't know what Kenny finna say. What you got, Doc?
I first want to say to the public, the views expressed by Kyle Toure are not that of the Word of Clarity podcast, in the sense that you were right about a lot of what. But I cannot allow you. I cannot allow
everything. I see it.
I cannot allow the blasphemy. I cannot allow the blasphemy of saying that Usher's only put together one album. 8701 was also a bona fide classic as well. That was a bona fide classic album. At least 7 hits came off of that album. At least.
Top to bottom, are we going to say, bro, let's be honest. It had some classic, I'm talking about life-changing singles. But as a whole album, bro, it was not a phenomenal album, bro. It just wasn't.
I would say out of Usher's entire catalog, if you want to argue, he doesn't have a mountain of classics from an album perspective. I'm with you. No argument there. What I'm saying is, you believe that 8701 could be considered a classic and that not be a blasphemous take whatsoever.
I think it's
8701 and Confessions are 2 good albums. Really good albums.
Solid album. I will say it's a solid album.
Also, the joint he did that had the Will I Am record, that had the Hey Daddy record, Pause, and the other joints on it.
One where he looked like a statue. Is that the joint?
Something like that. That album was also a solid album too. Something like that.
On the album.
That album from top to bottom is a decent listen as well. So I can't.
Album. It had songs. It had too many songs.
Yeah, right. And he does have a propensity of doing that, and that's his problem. But to say that the man just doesn't make any, I mean, I got a couple bodies work from Usher I can appreciate. I'll say that. This To Kyle's defense, was not one of them. I have to say that it wasn't the greatest listen I've ever enjoyed from Usher. I do think there were little gems within there, and I think Word, you said it best when you said when he got away from chasing hits and got into his own bag in the second half of the album is when you start to see it turn to where like, hey, I probably would have appreciated if you went this route more than you trying to make sure that you're on the radio. And I get it. Because Good is one of those records for me that I consistently play and I think
Hey,
it's gonna be played for a long time, you ask me. But
y'all, I got
but
it.
yeah.
Y'all might hate this take. I got it number 2 behind Chris Brown and Drake track for me in the past decade.
No guidance.
You got what?
No guidance. I think it's my second favorite song in the past decade, as far as like R
That's
and
high
B type
praise. That's high
replay.
praise only because Snooze exists by SZA. And that
Yeah,
record,
and
She
Snoop is
probably
up there.
SZA probably got
Up there.
five of the top 10 best R&B songs in the last 10 years. Easy.
but good is very high for me as well, Kyle. So I can't even lie to you. I love that record for whatever reason. I think
That
it's
mother.
just I could play that back to back to back. I ain't gonna hold you.
I mean,
So
replay. That's how I'm ranking it. Yeah.
yeah, so with that being the case, I think that I do agree with outside of that take from Kyle in the sense of the album take. Pretty much what both of y'all said. I don't know if I can add too much more to the discussion other than saying that at this point, Usher can't really do anything to hurt his legacy. He's really only done things to help it and extend his longevity. If we want better music from Usher, I don't even think L.A. Reid is the answer. I would go a step further and say he might need to work with an unconventional producer that we wouldn't expect. I would say Hitmaker and Usher would do wonders right now.
That's
Get
true.
Usher in the room with Hitmaker and let's see what he cooks up. Get all
I
those features Hitmaker was giving Jeremiah. Let's hear Usher sing them, and let's see if we can get Usher back on the right track. You know what I'm saying from a music perspective. I'm very interested in that. So that would be what I would like personally, because that dude is a hit factory. I think something like that will really help Usher if he decides to put out another body of work. But to be honest
what
with you, you might want to let that go. After this project, you've done enough for the game and for the industry. You're goaded. You got your plaque cemented. Just keep giving us the hits because you got enough to last you the rest of the time until you decide to not perform anymore.
here's the crazy thing: his singles that he's put out over the past 2 years, 3 years, have all been fire. Like maybe you stop doing albums and you just do every year 1 or 2 singles. Like I think that could serve him
I'm with that.
well. Like I didn't feel like this album was necessary. Like I didn't need this album.
Well,
He
I
he
agree.
was
it was necessary because it was a business play. I mean, you performed at the Super
yeah
Bowl, you got to put it out. You know
yeah
what I'm saying?
Yeah,
100%. I
that's
100%.
true.
But to be honest, he could have put out the last 5, 6, 7 singles he done put out in the past 2 years, threw it on like a little EP and made that an album, and I think it would have been just fine.
Yeah,
I ain't mad.
he definitely ain't need 20 songs though. I tell you that.
No,
But
no,
that
way too many
last
songs.
that last 5 batch, like from Luckiest Man on down, like room in a room was amazing.
Oh yeah, that was
I
a
mean,
dope.
that mug felt like one of them records. Like Chris got so many records like that where you almost feel like
Yeah, it's like
heartbroken for a
great
dude.
stuff.
Like, yeah, that
His
mug,
story,
room in the room was crazy.
yeah, his storytelling back.
That mug was crazy, dog. That
It's not like
Margiela
he
was
ain't
crazy
got it.
too.
Yeah, it's not like he ain't got it. We just need more of whatever he captured on whatever he captured on that record. We need more of that. Give us more of that, or
I
like
feel
Kyle
like
said, give us. Yeah, go
I
ahead.
feel like the first half of that album was made a lot during that the Vegas residency. It feels like it's feel good music. It just feels like it's a part of that type of environment. And then that other stuff was probably made in a different season of his life.
Yeah. What was the song that I saw something this week said that Usher was catching flack because he had teased the song with him and man, who was it? It was him and somebody else that was crazy that he had played while he was in the studio, but everybody thought it was going to be in the album. It wasn't on the album. I can't remember exactly who it was. It was him and somebody else, but I heard the snippet from it. It was
It
crazy.
was crazy. Yeah. Yeah, man. That boy Wallow said, man, every time he go in the studio, he say, where the hard drive at? Y'all best music on there.
Facts.
No kizzy, dog. He kept it a bean, dog. But